Okay, we have pulled her from our first setting, and what I'm going to do is wrap her in some fabrics. I'm going to show you how to wrap these little dumplings. And this fabric is a piece that was cut off of one of our larger pieces of fabrics. I'm going to want her hands to show, so I'm going to pull her hands out. And she does not like to be wrapped, so if we accomplish this, we are doing something good. So I'm just going to kind of, and then what I do too, just to kind of get them, is just move my legs back and forth. And pull this down just a little bit, around the shoulders. I'm going to put her arms together, and I'm going to pull this tight, just like she's being swaddled. Around, and then I'm going to tuck it in behind her. Try to get that arm in there. And as, I don't know if you saw her legs or not, but her legs are crossed, kind of crisscross applesauce. Then I'm going to bring that leg in there, and then I'm going to tuck this section. Just try to keep that leg still, because she is a mover and shaker. I'm going to take this other side over here, and I'm going to pull it across. Make it tight. We're going to do a little bit of shimmy shake here. You want to see those little hands. I'm going to bring her hands and we'll turn them around so that they kind of grab a hold of the fabric. Like that. So this is our first wrap. And for her, I'm doing this because she is very strong, and I really don't want her to break free from this wrap here and this. Got it Kohl's. I believe it's a Vera Wang wrap, or scarf, or whatever you want to call it. So what I'm going to do is lift her up just a bit. Try to turn our hands around again, this way. Trying to get her to grab hold of this fabric. Pull this pretty tight. And it's not really long enough to go around a second round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it in the back. So I'm just going to lean her forward on me. And I'm going to pull a piece that goes around the top. And I'm going to tie it pretty good and tight. Not enough that it cuts her breath off, but just enough that hopefully she can't wiggle out. There we have her wrapped. Okay, before we actually do this next pose, what I'm going to try to do is, or what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to photograph the actual fabric by itself before we bring baby over and put baby into this position, because I'm going to do a composite later on in Photoshop. So I'm just going to make sure my fabric's pulled the way I want it to be. And then I'm going to back up. And I'm going to take a photograph, as I said, of the scene so that I can do a composite later on. But this is not, I'm not going to show you how to do the actual composite, but I'm going to show you the photographs that I take and then show you the final result of that. So now that I've taken the image of just the fabric, now we can grab baby and get ready to put her on the blanket and get the straight up shot. Okay, so we've got her wrapped. And she's moving just a little bit. And this is one of those shots that we will incorporate mom's help with, just because babies just don't sit up on their own, so we have to have mom's help. And she's going to be the one holding her in place for this next shot. So what I'm going to do is I have her in this position, and I'm going to put her on the table. And then what mom's going to do is mom's going to come in here from behind, and she is going to, how my hand is holding her is how mom is going to hold her. She's really going to hold her from the ears. And the back, and then she's also going to put her finger on her forehead, and when I tell her to move, she's going to move. I'm going to take a snapshot, and then she's going to bring her head and her finger back up. So mom is going to grab her head where I had it, and I'm going to keep my hand on her face so that mom can get a good grip on her head, and then she's going to put her finger on her forehead. And I'm going to look and see what the position looks like, and it's really super cute. So mom has her in position, and I'm going to tell mom, okay, mom, finger off the forehead. Snap, snap. Make sure our, oh, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. So, and then, so what we're going to do for this one, because you can kind of see her little toes, which are super adorable. She looks almost like she's praying. She just looks like she's chilled out. So this is more an artistic kind of shot. Not all parents are going to be crazy about this, but a lot of them do. And so we're going to do another shot again. And then what I'm going to have mom do is kind of tilt her head just a little bit to the side. There you go, just like that. Okay, and then on the count of 3, mom, you're going to take that finger off her forehead. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then what we're going to have her do this time is mom's going to come under. So what I'm going to do is take her head. Mom's going to come under and just hold her little face like this so that I can get a shot of the back of her head so that I can clone that out. So if you can, you may want to put your hand down here. Then you're going to put your other hand right underneath her chin, right where my fingers are. Just like that. Okay. And so what you're going to do is turn her face this way just a little bit. There you go. Actually bring it toward you just a little bit more. We'll do a shot. And another shot. And then what we'll do is make a composite and kind of tilt her head just a little bit the other way. And lean back just a little bit. There we go. We're going to make sure we have enough composite shots that we can get a good, just single shot of her like this. And while Mom is still holding on to her, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the pillow up here and we're going to kind of bring it to the side just a little bit. Mom's just hanging on for your life. Okay, and then I'm going to take her like this. And Mom's going to let her go, and then I'm just going to lay her down. Actually, let's see what angle I want to take it from. So she has that hand relaxed. I would love for her to relax. And I'm going to take my thumb right where her cheek is, and I'm going to pull her cheek up. And it's not going to hurt her. And I'm going to take my finger right where her fingers are, and I'm just going to pull them. Just kind of let her hands just roll right off, and she's moving just a little bit, so I'm just going to kind of hold the position. And then I'm going to let those fingers roll, and I'm going to mold her hands where I want them. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot from here. My light still looks really good. And the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the background, because where I have her positioned at here, it's kind of cutting off where the blanket is. But Mom's going to stand right here just so she doesn't fall off, and I'm going to try to pull this blanket just a little bit more this way. Just so I can have some of that blanket in here. And I think what I'm going to do is get a little clip. So Mom's making sure baby's not going anywhere. We are going to clip this side over here just a little bit so we can get more of the background in here. Okay, and she's still in position, so I'm going to come back in. Pull my front up just a little bit. And I'm going to tilt my camera the same angle that she is tilted, so then I get a shot in there. And there you have it. 2 shots in one part of flow posing.